works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide, hold me closely to His side. With love and strength for each new day, He will make a way. He will make a way. Oh, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide, hold me closely to His side. With love and strength for each new day, He will make a way. He will make a way. By a roadway in the wilderness, He'll lead me. Rivers in the desert will I see. Heaven and earth will fade, but His word will still remain. And He will do something new today. Oh, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide, hold me closely to His side. With love and strength for each new day, He will make a way. He will make a way.
Bayang mabini, mula sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa litin mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyong ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka masisi. Sa nagkatagpundok sa sili, sa langit mamata, maginagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matao, mo'y tabi ay nananilin. Ang ituwing na parang nakin, pang may di magdidinig. Lumalang araw ng walang natin pagsinta. Buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pag may mga apin. Ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Ang mga
Welcome to the University of Rizal System. And here is our vision, mission, and core values. Core values: responsiveness, integrity, service, excellence, social responsibility. University, the human resource development, knowledge and technology generation, environmental stewardship, nurturing tomorrow's toddlers.
To our amiable and hardworking Dean of the College of Education's Dr. Romel R. Castro, to our three equally dedicated program heads, for BEE Dr. Paula Christine Jade C. Peñaranda, BSE Dr. Genesis R. D. Harlo, BTB TED, BT LED Dr. Edna M. Herrera, faculty members, parents, students, candidates, and friends. My warmest greetings to everyone. Today is truly a very special day, for we are to witness together the blessings that are actually overflowing in the College of Education. The COE Ambassador and Ambassadress is truly an avenue where we can proudly say that our future mentors are beautifully woven inside and out. Virtually, we will be witnessing again this annual activity of the Lightbringers Club. This year, COE Ambassador and Ambassadress is anchored on the theme Embracing the Concept of the New Beautiful, which aim to promote skills and ability among aspiring future educators, to develop friendship and unity among the people involved inside and outside the organizations, and also gives our candidate an additional skills that they can use in their life. From competing, it gives you more confidence. It will develop your social skills, talents, poise, and personality. To all the parents of the candidates, thank you very much for your support. To all our lovely candidates, congratulations and good luck. Muli, mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat at mabuhay.
Good day to everyone. For the rationale of this activity, COE Ambassador and Ambassadress is an annual activity being conducted by the Lightbringers Club. It is intended to showcase the inner and outer beauty of each contender, reveal their innate and concealed talents, and exhibit their intellectual capabilities. This year's COE Ambassador and Ambassadress is anchored on the theme Embracing the Concept of the New Beautiful, which be held on April 12, 2022 for the pre-pageant and April 28, 2022 for the coronation on the Lightbringers Club Facebook page. This activity aims to promote skills and abilities among aspiring future educators, especially to develop friendship and unity among the people involved inside and outside of the organization, to celebrate diversity and excellence among the participants and COE students, and to select the best COE beauties and brains which we compete to view for the Mr. and Miss URSM.
To our compassionate Dean, Dr. Romel R. Castro, to my co-program heads, Dr. Janice Oscar De Harlo for BS Ed, and Dr. Paula Christine J. Peñaranda for BE Ed, to the advisor of Lightbringers Club, Professor Helen R. Blanquisco, to the officers of LBC, contestants of this program, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Having this kind of activity, Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022, with the theme Embracing the Concept of the New Beautiful, this may enable everyone to become confident no matter what type of skin, height, or weight they have. According to Karl Meiser, be yourself, but always your better self, especially for the contestants of this event. At the end of this contest, there will be only one winner for ambassador and one for ambassadress. How about the others? It is not the end of everything. Don't lose hope. Keep going. Everything you need will come to you in a perfect time. Because according to Christopher Robin, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Thank you very much and congratulations to all.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. At this moment, we will be witnessing our dazzling candidates' introduction for different categories, presenting their very best and vie for the title Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022.
We will be blessed by our lovely candidates with their different styles and outfit, which will truly show how confident they are as a future educator who is never quitting any fights.
Again, good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to be one of your MCs for this most awaiting, exciting, and grandest pageant of the College of Education. I am Michelle Benguero, the president of the Lightbringers Club, one of your MCs for today.
And I am Billy Jr. Bachansila, the internal vice president of the Lightbringers Club, the chairman of this prestigious event, and also one of the masters of ceremonies for today. Welcome to this year's College of Education Ambassador and Ambassadress Preliminary Show. Being an ambassador or an ambassadress is never an easy job.
Arlene May Alvarez, 20. Taking Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Mathematics. We can't deny the fact that educators are significant in our current situation. This had led me to my eagerness to change the world by simply educating them with heart and understanding, because I saw how important education is to everyone. And this will land them into a better future.
Don't be sorry. Be fierce because you are an all-star. I'm Leila Marie A.S. Castro, 19, first-year student from Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in content courses. My advocacy is to use my course and my chosen profession to help young children that are lacking of support from their parents or guardian, especially this time of pandemic. I will share my knowledge and skills for them to continue their learnings even they are alone and even they are in helpless situation at home. I will use my free time to educate them, especially on the basic learning such as reading and writing. And I think this will be a great training ground for me to start practicing my profession, and for the children, it will be a big help for them to learn even in a simple interaction such as tutoring that I will be doing. That's all. Thank you.
I am Marian de la Cruz Riva, 21 years old, representing English Empire. Teaching is a noble profession, and so I believe that it is important for us future educators to hold informations that are genuine and authentic. I have seen many education students and students from different programs who are being victimized by misinformation and the spread of fake news. And sometimes, they are the ones creating such. As future educators, we should encourage our learners to think critically and always do fact-checking. If we future educators hold informations that are fake and that are misleading, most probably we would give our future learners what we have, which are wrong and unauthenticated. And for that, I think we should raise awareness on this matter.
Many people experiencing different kinds of problems in their life. We all know that because of our problems, sometimes we feel pressured, stressed, worthless, and hopeless. That lead us to give up. That's why my advocacy is to help people boost their confidence and motivate them through the Word of God. I truly believe if we are deeply rooted in the Word of God, there are no rooms for negative thoughts.
I'm Gracelyn Juan Olinares, 19, first-year student from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics.
Be confident and motivated. Always fight your battles with prayers.
The majority of students are unaware of their mental health. When individuals reach a point when they are no longer who they were, they become more concerned with what other people will say and think about them. So I'm here to remind you that mental health awareness is connected to our self-confidence, self-support, believing in yourself, loving and embracing yourself. This will be our way of continuing in the flow of life that we have come to know and accept ourselves of who we used to be. Loretta Andrea Paula Pantaleon, 19 years old, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics, 2M.
I'm Jory Narda, 21 years old, third year college, taking Bachelor in Technical Vocational Teachers Education. To influence, that is my advocacy. Why and how will I influence them? Youth like me should enter themselves into the small venture. I believe that passion and hobbies can be a great way to earn income. Just like how fearless I am to enter the world of entrepreneurship. All we have to do is submerge and develop the hidden entrepreneurial skills that lie within each of us. Through this objective, juvenile crime caused by poverty will be lessened, and youth will have more chances to be in the right direction in society. Furthermore, we are currently facing economic difficulties, including excessive inflation and other issues. In Engaging in business is a simple way to form a convenient and overcome financial problems. Now, make me an influence.
Karen Epson 1M, BSED Mathematics. I am 18 years old and my advocacy is equipping youth for the future generations.
I am Sunshine Escueta, 18, taking a Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English. I am your candidate number 4. This generation is already aware of what technology is and how it may affect us as individuals. Given the current scenario, we can't deny the fact that students are getting exposed to technology. Subsequently, it affects children's studies and reading comprehensions. I'd like to take advantage of this opportunity to act, and if feasible, I'd like to address this issue and assist young minds. I feel that by advocating for these issues, we will be able to alter a lot of things in the future, because I believe that instilling a passion of reading in a child at young age, it allows them to enhance their vocabulary while also developing independence and self-confidence.
Mabuhay! I am Jacqueline Yamila Gonzaga, 19 years old, first-year student of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in General Science from the active section of One Science.
Now that I have the opportunity to speak to all of my fellow education students, I want to motivate them that no matter what other people say about the course that we take, don't be discouraged. Either you choose education or maybe you don't choose it. It is not an accident that you are here. Like what they say, teaching is a calling. My advocacy is to take action against education course discrimination, to help my fellow students gain confidence in the path they are on, and to show them that being an education student and a future teacher is not teacher lang, or sayang ka kasi nag-teacher ka lang. Together, we will prove to other people that teaching is one of the vital roles in our world.
I am 21 years old. My advocacy is to promote the acceptance of the LGBTQ+ community to the public. Because I believe it is our rightful duty to respect them and accept them as a human and their rights as a human. That everyone has the right and freedom to choose what they want to be. Everyone also has the right to be accepted for what they are and not what the society wants them to be. Good day everyone, I am Dr. Hector from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics.
I'm Januel Villasanta, 21 years old, representing English Empire.
Since high school, I've been taking a lot of part-time jobs in order to provide for my financial needs. So, I know how difficult it is to be a working student. For my advocacy, I want to promote flexible activity submissions for all working students across the college, as well as to conduct seminars about time management. As a working student myself, I know that my fellow future educators will benefit so much from it.
Education need not only be a tool for survival, but for enhancing perception. The children must blossom and flower into great human beings. This time, I will advocate the education. I see a lot of children in our community to just playing. I thought that as a youth and as a future teacher of this generation, I will make a free Sunday school for the children so I can teach them how to read, write, color, count, and most of all, I will also teach them a good manners. For on the day they actually go to school, they already know something and they will no longer have difficulty with the subject that their teachers will teach in a simple many way. Once again, I am Lateral Mendoza Marcelino, 21, B.Ed 3CC2 from Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in Content Course.
Hi everyone, I am Ryan Christian Diaz Ugarte, 23, from Bachelor of Technology and Livelihood Education, majoring in ICT. My advocacy is I want to raise awareness about environmental protection and to encourage everyone to teach and apply what have been taught to conserve, protect, and preserve our environment. And also I want to extend teaching to the children or students in the community, especially those who are living in the suburbs of our town. Reaching out to those students will let them feel that they are not being left behind by education in our current situation.
According to Gordon B. Hinckley, education is the key to success. And our candidates proves that as a future educator, they don't just have the brains, but also the confidence, beauty, and the heart. And now we will be all surely be captivated with the bearing, poise, and formality of our candidates wearing their educator's wear. Let us give them a round of applause.
We, educators, should not get tired of creating authentic ventures and real-life learning experiences for our learners. We can provide quality education not just by imparting new knowledge and ideas to our students, but by letting them be involved in the process. Let them discover and unfold the lessons. Let them solve problems and let their voice be heard. Knowledge is power and education empowers.
Being a teacher is the profession I really want to be. To teach, to share, to inspire, and to motivate individuals at a young age. This profession is closest to my heart because I have seen some people, mostly children, especially in our country, doesn't have the opportunity to attend schools and to receive even just the basic learnings. And as a future educator, just like what I had said, I will make time for them. I will make time in teaching them. I will make sure that even though they cannot afford going to school, I will bring the school for them. That's all.
To make sure that we educators can provide quality education to the world, I suggest that the first step to be done is assessment to students. Because of this, we will know how and where to start. You will know exactly what the way of learning of your students is, whether you should go through each lesson one by one, what they already know, their expectations from you and to the lesson, and many other things that can really give us many ways to meet expectations from our learners' way of learning and to curriculum standards within the classroom. This will be the first step and a good start for us to provide quality education to our students as well as the whole world.
History cannot give us a program for the future, but it can give us a fuller understanding of ourselves and of our community, so that we can better face the future. According to Robert Warren, the finest education is experience. A quality education should also provide youngsters with experience so that they can make a better judgment in the future. Nothing is more frustrating than doubting yourself and second-guessing your judgments and ability. If you have a lot of experience, you will be able to tell how capable you are at doing anything, and you will be more confident in your selections. I wanted to emphasize to my students that education does not always imply knowledge of a subject, since I feel that what you learn and experience in life will frequently determine your success or failure. A great formula for success is hard work, paired with the real-world on-the-job experiences. Your decisions and experiences contribute to the person you are today and the person you will be in the future.
As a future educator, my education principle is the learners must be the center of teaching. They are the one that discover a specific lesson on their own through the hands-on activity, because it is the most effective way of learning that considered as true learning. I can suggest to make education accessible for everyone and meet every learner's need to provide quality education.
Children learn in variety of ways, but it must always be done correctly in my opinion. Yes, we have devices that allow us to access online platforms such as YouTube. However, I believe that children will learn by putting the lessons into practice in their daily lives. It is not sufficient to watch films and explain procedures. Thus, I will assist my pupils in applying each lesson to real-life situations. I believe that with the right teaching tactics, they will have a lot of fun learning and it will stay on them.
The profession we have is noble in its nature. For us to ensure quality and effective education for all, we should have the mastery of the subject matter and hold information that only comes from credible sources. If we are to teach our future learners wrong information, no matter how good our execution may be, it will not still be effective. Quality education does not solely depend on the manner of teaching, but also on the quality of information or lessons being imparted. Real information combined with effective teaching and the heart for the profession will absolutely result to quality education.
I believe that teachers are one of the greatest influencers on students. If we educators influence our students with a desire to learn, being teachable and treasuring education, we can provide quality education to the world. Educators shouldn't just teach but also give inspiration and motivates their students to equip themselves. We can only say that we educators provide quality education to the world if the learning that we teach doesn't only end in classrooms but is used in real life.
suggest to make sure that we educators can provide quality education to the world, educators must be well trained. Also, we can't afford quality education without complete facilities and classrooms. We need well-trained teachers, complete facilities, and classrooms to achieve quality education to the world.
Lessons in life are not easy to learn. It can be taught in school, yet it can be learned through experiences. As a teacher, my goal is to live to teach, not teach to live. I'll dedicate my life in nurturing the youths, even if it costs me every bit of myself. Experiential learning is what I think is the best for the learners. Learning by doing and encourage the students to tackle lessons based on their learning styles are appropriate for today's learners. I will give them freedom to learn on their own and not to enclose them in the four corners of the room. The world needs teachers who are open-minded and compassionate, and I think I fit on those qualities. Like what Jill Biden had said, being a teacher is not what I do, it's who I am. A teacher should be an embodiment of what he teaches and an epitome of the world itself.
We educators can suggest building leadership, unity, and I suggest provides the foundation for equity in society and quality education, developing to a balanced set aimed to capabilities of children to require productive and develop and enhancing principle of thinking with real life. Knowledge is the power of education. In Nelson Mandela has quoted, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This education is important for more learnings and information. I suggest all the children and adults that education is the most powerful weapon into the better life.
Being an educator is not an easy job. You really have to put efforts on building yourself first because you will be the role model of your students. Understanding the situation at the same time not tolerating faulty behavior of your students are the key to good relationship that results to better school environment. I think my experience as a working student will give me a wide spectrum of possible situations that my students are probably going into. Therefore, understanding them will not be difficult for me.
A principal in education does we just need to provide a secure environment for the students. Teachers that is competent enough to teach the lesson in a way that the students can understand. Speaking in English is not necessary because speaking in a language that the students are comfortable is enough for them to learn. Communicating with them is very important for them to understand
The United Nations recently stated that the global outbreak of COVID-19 has resulted in closure of gyms, stadiums, pools, dance and fitness studios, physiotherapy centers, parks, and playgrounds. Many individuals are therefore not able to actively participate in their regular individual or group sporting or physical activities outside of their homes. There is no time for preparation. The sports where competition is coming right up.
Things in life will not always go the way we wanted. Even though we plan for it very well, things will not still go the way we wanted to. We should always be ready with life surprises, because sometimes the best lessons that we will learn came from the most unexpected experiences.
Setting your goal is not enough. You have to strike again and again until you win. I always dreamt to become a successful professional someday, to be a person who can provide anything that my family needs. But as time passes by, when I'm starting to encounter hardships, I realize that it wasn't that easy. Thinking and setting my dream just like that is not enough. I need to experience misery and encounter difficulties which I am sure that will help me to become a better person, to thrive and to strike again until I reach my dreams.
My life was like a car inside the tunnel, and I just keep on moving forward instead of focusing on the negative things that will make my journey within the tunnel stop. Always keep in mind that this trip inside the tunnel will serve as a success if you will reach the end of it. Just believe in yourself, for you will be able to get through it wholeheartedly and without any regrets, because there's no obstacle that you will never conquer.
Of existing and experiencing things, it teaches me that we won't always get what we want. I've met different people, had interactions, connections, and relationships. People will only grow if they want to, and if they are ready. You can force them, and trying is useless. My last relationship taught me that not everyone has the same heart as I do. The world is an interesting place, because we are all different. It also teaches me that we still don't have the control over time, no matter how good our time management skills are, and no matter how good we are at predicting our future. If it's not our time yet, we can do nothing about it.
The life lesson that I learned is na kahit anong dami ng pagsubok ang dumaan sa buhay natin, huwag tayo mawawalan ng pag-asa. Laban lang, kung pagod na, pahinga saglit at laban ulit. Dahil sa bawat problemang dumadaan sa buhay natin ay may kaakibat na lesson para lalo pa tayong mag-improve at mag-grow. Also, natutunan ko din i-accept ang mga flaws na meron ako, at dahil doon, eto ako ngayon mas matatag na kaysa sa dati. The most beautiful thing that you can be is yourself.
Success is measured by how high you bounce when you reach the bottom, just like a ball. I've discovered that focusing on your goal during difficult times will help you attain them. When I am sad or I feel like I've failed, I always ask myself, what will I do next? And that's when you have to stay positive and keep pushing forward. You're wasting your potential and your time if you stay on the ground. Get up, face the challenges, strive to be victorious, and put God at the center of everything.
Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. I have declined a lot of opportunities due to self-doubt. I always say that I can't do something even though I know I can always try. It is merely because I am afraid of disappointing people in my life. That if I tried something and I fail, they will no longer look at me the same way. Doing so, I realize that I am locking myself up, and the only person being punished is myself. I am limiting myself and slowly killing my dreams and aspirations in life. Now, I would say that it is okay to try and fail, rather than fail without trying.
One of the greatest lessons that I've learned in my life is that everything happens for a reason and with a great purpose. All experiences we've encountered in our life aren't meant for nothing or for just a trip, but it is being allowed because they will teach us a great lesson that will make us a better person.
Life is like a badminton. We need to be prepared, learn to anticipate, make adjustments, accept, and never give up. Always remember, there's a season of losing and winning a battle.
I've learned many lessons in life. Life taught me to be grateful and to see the beauty in every adversity. I've learned that there is still hope for humanity, that the most precious things in the world are free. Being happy on everything, showing grace in defeat, and being thankful for everything I received taught me on how to give things without asking for something in return. Life lessons are wisdom, and wisdom is something that I can treasure for eternity. A wisdom that can be shared to others, like a seed to be planted on someone's mind that one day will grow and fruit and can be shared to others as well. I'm still young and very ecstatic of the things I can still learn in this lifetime.
My sportswear is parachute, color rainbow, symbolism hope, and wish fulfillment and new beginning, and catching my dreams, and my life lesson is get to the top, help to other people, being a role model to the youth, find true love, figure out and life is purpose, do it time, and always love your friends, classmates, and family. And life is not easy, good things. If you have a good life with a successful career, you will be a work hard and will be smile, being positive, and being productive all day.
Being a working student since high school has taught me to always put my best to achieve best results. Whatever we want, as long as we work hard for it, we will be able to achieve it satisfyingly. There may be hindrances in attaining your goals, but as long as you have the courage to face it, you can overcome and succeed at the end.
True success comes after pain and suffering. Just like in playing basketball, teams and players don't just win just because of luck. They win because they work hard for it. They train and prove themselves to win each game. And after those games, they are learning a lesson and apply it as they come along their journey of their career. That's why they become successful. It is the same in our life. We don't become successful just because we wanted to become one. We can become successful if we are going to work hard for it and do anything that is necessary to become successful. Success is the outcome of our pain and suffering and of our hard work.
Indeed, beauty and graces will surely put you on the top. And now, to showcase their characteristics, pleasing personality, and to show us who they really are, let us welcome our glamorous candidates presenting their casual wear. Let us give them a virtual clap.
I will be able to pursue this advocacy of mine by building myself as an educator with heart and mind. I will start by making myself not just a model, but the one who speaks to everyone. That educating is not just a job, but a profession and vocation to work on. By this, I can encourage other educators to be themselves and become great educators, building their hearts into teaching and making learning active and fun to be into.
As an educator, our main goal is to share our knowledge and to give our students the quality education that they deserve. We must always put in our core that this vocation requires passion and commitment. These things will push you to do better, to encourage you to distribute knowledge and information to the people whom you will encounter. And as an educator who puts their lives, their passion, their commitment, and everything that they have to their chosen profession, we can provide the quality education that the world needs. In line with this, we can also create a good educational environment to the students which will help them to thrive.
Youth in today's generation are experiencing self-deprecation, breakdown, depression, and many more that leads them to commit suicide or hurt themselves. As a youth, I want to spread awareness when it comes to everyone's mental health. And by being a spokesperson, I can tell everyone to believe in themselves and in their own capabilities for them to start loving instead of hating themselves, because it is the greatest love of all that only one who can give it to you is only yourself.
I choose this advocacy because of my niece, who is in 4th grade and yet unable to read properly. And whenever I went to their house, I always asked him to read some sentences or phrases in order to help him in a very simple way. That is why I decided to pursue this advocacy, not just to assist my niece, but also to assist other young minds who are struggling to read and comprehend. We will address this serious issue in collaboration with the Barangayan Bawat Bata Bumabasa or BRB4 program. Despite the pandemic crisis that we are now in, this program will continue because we believe that reading has the power to transform people's lives. It plays a crucial role in our daily lives, and reading skills must be instilled in each learner's mind for education to be successful.
My advocacy is to influence youth to enter small business ventures. This advocacy is close to my heart because I can help the youth solve their financial problems by introducing to them small businesses that no need of startup money. Just be hardworking and patient to achieve their goal, and I can give them free products.
I'm tired of people underestimating and disrespecting teachers and other professionals. It doesn't mean people can look down on you because you have a poor salary. And I believe it is time to do something about it. It's time to spread the word about the need to end course and profession discrimination. We will handle this issue using social media as well as our abilities and skills. Everyone should learn to respect one another in every way possible, because we all deserve it.
Information in today's generation can easily be accessed, and some are taking advantage of this fact and manipulate information and spread misleading and fake news. As a result, many people are getting confused with all the informations roaming around, and the College of Education students are the ones I saw being victimized. As an answer to this, we can have partnership with fact checkers for the legitimacy of information. And the College of Education organizations must work together to debunk false information. In that sense, regardless of the COE students' field of specialization, they will be reached, and authentic information will prevail.
The present youths are important to this world because they had an important role to help our community and making our future better. Once youth are equipped enough, that is the time that they will be able to empower our future generation. I will use my voice to encourage, inspire, and be a role model to our students to equip themselves to study well and most especially meditating on the Word of God. We must remember that it is not enough that we only have a degree in life, but also we must have a class in life.
It is close to my heart to encourage people for the reason that I also experience how hard to face a problem you didn't know why it is happening. But I thank God when the trials came to my life, I already have Him in my heart. I'm also full of words from Him. I'll make an action in my advocacy through encouraging teachers to live a word of encouragement from the Word of God, every discussions, activities, quizzes, and examinations that can help students to be motivated to do their task.
Growing up, I often global warming and greenhouse effects are having their implications in our planet. These two are very significant today as we progress, the environment deteriorates. The causes of these events are mainly done by us. If we will do small things in our own way to lessen the burden of Mother Earth, little by little, we can still save our environment and preserve and nourish what is left. Let's think about our future and the next generations after us. Clean water to drink, fresh air to breathe, and healthy habitat to live are my priorities to achieve. I will educate the students to be responsible in taking care of our environment. Promote ways on how to conserve nature and to be enthusiastic in outreach programs like teaching the out-of-school youths.
About my advocacy to promote the education to be in development and more learnings. When I was a child, my future in real life is teacher. It's my future and close to my heart because all the teacher has creative, gratefulness, helpful, and been second parent to the child. I will help the community service plan I create Sunday all education to all kids in the community can study, teach to read, write, count, and color, and good manner. And it also helps the educational needs for the children. It is education is their key to open the door to be a successful person and to be a hardworking people to be a better life.
My advocacy, making the academy more working student-friendly, comes from my experiences and hardships being a part-timer and a student at the same time for the last 7 years. I believe working students like me need more understanding and appreciation when it comes to requirement submissions and as well as for some recognition. Through the help of Lightbringers Club, I believe we can launch projects intended for working students, such as seminars and academic and financial assistance.
As a member
of LGBTQ plus community, I know how it feels that there are still many people that don't accept people like us. By giving them information through all the social media platforms and by showing myself as a role model and representative of the LGBTQ plus community, I believe that they will soon to understand and accept that there is nothing wrong being a member of the LGBTQ plus community and being different.
mother than Brian Kobe. This my mother, then your lip won't speak. So don't bother mess with my mommy, with my mommy, with my mommy. Jerry, take your bad, say your mother on me. The things I go start all night, you won't sleep. Pop and cut off, make you look like creep. Them say them a bad girl, but girl them know me. They gon' put hands on the chick. They gon' put hands on her. Eyes watching when I'm coming through the door. What I'ma do, they ain't prepared for. No girl can tell me about my mother. 6 feet shot, we go longer than a ladder. Them nothing talk, but they real done dada. Put money in a pot, them a bun like gummer. No boy can't diss me or my mother. Round here in safe, everybody need armor. 6 feet shot, we go shot her in the bladder. Get one shot. If them think them a man, get 2 shot. If them feel them a done, get 3 shot. If them take me for idiot, get 4 shot. This a copper shot, know that. Get 5 shot for anybody who think them mud. Shit, and top you must drop. If you hear up, that talk out the door. Bullets gon' hit you wherever you are. No girl can tell me about my mother. 6 feet shot, we go longer than a ladder. Them nothing talk, but they real done dada. Put money in a pot, them a bun like gummer. No boy can't diss me or my mother. Round here in safe, everybody need armor. 6 feet shot, we go shot her in the bladder.
Ma, pasensya na po kayo. Alam kong magtuloy iyong trabaho. Kaso, parang naaabuso na ata. Sa totoo lang po, alam kong di sapat ang iyong kita. Ngunit nagagawa mo pa rin tulungan ng pinansyal ang mga bata. Ma, kamusta na po si Alma? Nakausap mo na po ba? Ilang araw niyo na rin po siyang hinahanap, kumakalap ng impormasyon kung kamusta na siya. Bakit kailangan hanapin ng mga estudyanteng ayaw naman mag-aral? Lagi mo na lang sinasabi na para matulungang magkaroon ng sapat na kaalaman sa mundong pagiging mangmang ay kahirapan at ang pag-aaral at ang guro ay isa sa mga sandigan ng mga batang hindi matanaw ang kinabukasan, Ma. Hindi ko po maintindihan bakit pinasok ang trabahong mga tao ay mababa ang tingin, respeto ay mahirap hingin sa ibang mga estudyante at mga tao sa paligid. Kasunod lagi ay lang kapag sinabing ikay guro. Sila atay manhid. Hindi ba nila pansin ang sakripisyo ng isang guro, ang pagod, hirap at luha? Kikilos di lamang para maturuan ng mga estudyante, kikilos para maisalba ang pangarap na di kayang abutin kung walang magtuturo kung anong gagawin sa pag-abot ng kinabukasang Ito'y malabo kapag walang guro na magtuturo kung paano ito tanawin. Ma, alam niyo po ba? Tinanong po ako ng aking guro, ano raw po ang aking kukunin sa kolehiyo. Ang sagot ko, eduk po. Ang sabi ng aking guro, ang dami mong talento, bakit napili mo ay maging guro? Napaisip ako, talagang ang hindi biro ang pagiging guro. Dahil pili lamang ang nakakatagal, sumasaya dito. At sila, yung mga guro na hindi tumitingin sa dami ng kita, mga taong may kapangyarihang baguhin ang mundo. Ma, proud ako sa iyo. Nagpapasalamat ako dahil magiging tulad niyo rin ako. Kahit na ikaw ay aking ina sa silid-aralan lamang. Alam ko na ikaw ay isang guro at hindi guro lamang.
Totoy, bilisan mo ang takbo. Lagan mga bombang nakatutok sa ulo mo. Totoy, tumalon ka, tumapa kung kailangan. Pagkatamaan pa ng mga balang higaw. Totoy, makinig ka, huwag kang magpagabi. Baka mapagkamalan ka't humandusay dyan sa tabi. Totoy, alam mo ba kung ano ang punot dulo ng di matapos-tapos na kaguluhang ito? Hindi pula't dilaw, tunay na magkalaban. Ang kulay at tatak ay di siyang dahilan. Hanggat marami ang lubog sa kahirapan at ang hustisya ay para lang sa mayaman. Habang may tatsulok at sila ang nasa tuktok, di matatapos itong dulo. Sa pagmulat ng aking mga mata sa umaga, hinahanap ang aking halaga. Madaming gabing natutulala, iniisip kung paano ba makakawala. Sinubok ng panahon, nakalimutan na atang lumangoy at umahon. Tila nagpaagos na lamang sa mga alon. Nilugmok ang sarili at tuluyan ng hindi makabangon. Nagkaroon ng desisyon, paglayo ang naisip na solusyon. Ngunit nagpadala ka ng mga tao upang ipaalala sa akin ng iyong pangako. Sinuri ang ginawang aksyon na lamang nadala lamang sa sitwasyon. Nagsimulang gumawa ng bago at tamang desisyon, ang ibalik si Jesus sa kanyang tamang posisyon.
DJ Nathan on the mix.
Minsa'y natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa. Mga hiyas na inilatag sa malas ng dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili
mix.
Sayawan kantang pangitikan Sinilapag sa salita Lamang nito'n magayaman taglay Sa mulo'y at inibaking tunay Iba't ibang paniniwala ng bawat Pilipino Pahalagahan at bigyan ng respeto Kultura ng Pilipinas Tahan ng kanta na Pilipinas Ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino Tara na kanta na Pilipinas Oh, tara na kanta ng Pilipinas Kaya, una, kaya, ay! Una, kaya, una, kaya, ay! Una, kaya, ay!
Remember the day, even wrote down the day that I fell for you. And now it's close out in rain, but I still can't forget if I wanted to. And it drives me insane, think I'm hearing your name everywhere I go. Just all in my head, it's just all in my head. But you won't see me break, call you up in 3 days, or send you a bouquet, saying it's a mistake. Drink my troubles away, one more glass of champagne, and you know I'm the first to say that I'm not perfect, and you're the first to say you want the best thing. But now I know a perfect way to let you go. Give my last hello, hope it's worth it. I'm the first to say that I'm not perfect, and you're the first to say you want the best thing. But now I know a perfect way to let you go. Give my last hello, hope it's worth it. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. But now I know a perfect way to let you go. Give my last hello, hope it's worth it. Here's your perfect.
Sila secondary thinking by business and pagtanggap. Pagtanggap ba ay makakamtan mo? Sa paghaya mo sa kanilang pagchismisan, pagtawanan at laitin ka sa harap at likod mo? O kaya naman paghaya sa kanilang bugbugin ka kahit sila naman ang nagsimula nito? Paghaya sa ibang taong makuha ang kaisa-isang taong pinakamamahal mo, ang taong pinakaiingatan mo, ang taong minahal mo ng buong puso at kaluluwa mo. Yun ba ang pagtanggap na ninanais mo? O natanggap mo na ang katotohanan na hanggang ganun na lang ang buhay mo? Na kahit ang sarili mong magulang ay hindi ka matanggap, sinasaktan ka, nilalait ka, pinauulanan ka ng masasakit na salita na wala naman silang paki. Wala naman silang paki sa'yo. Wala silang paki kung ano ang buhay mo. Pero alam mo kung ano ang may paki sa'yo. Ang ibang taong nagsusulong ng karapatan. Ang ibang taong kahit na di ka kilala, kahit na wala kang parte sa buhay nila, nandiyan sila. Tumutulong sa isang katulad mo. Tumutulong sa membro ng komunidad na pinagbibilangan. Sila ang tumutulong sa iyo at sa ibang katulad mo upang makaramdam man lang kayo ng pagtanggap sa mundo.
And that concludes our 2022 College of Education Ambassador and Ambassadress Preliminary Competition. My heart is filled with so much gladness as I have seen how these candidates were able to show and compete with effort, talent, and commitment for this competition to be successful. They are truly the champions and the winners.
And again, these all things are impossible without the helpful hands and intellect people behind the Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022. From the technical committee who edited the whole video, Mr. Daniel Padilla, to present not just to be presentable but also a remarkable one. The chairman of this program, Mr. Billy Bashancelia, Charles De Los Santos, and Jumar Garovillas, to the sub-organization under the College of Education, and all the sponsors who give us and trust us from the College of Education faculty, students, family, and all people who devoted their time and talents to make this possible. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to vote for your favorite candidate. Put AA space first name of the candidate and send it to 0936-196-6783. You should see Queenie L as its account name at the end or after you have sent the GCash through Send Money. Remember, 1 peso is equal to 1 vote. GCash voting is up until April 18, 2022, 11:59 p.m.
This is not the end, but just the beginning of the fight. So stay tuned and be updated for the coronation night to be held on April 28, 2022. And let us all answer the question, who will be the next Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022?
According to Walt Disney, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Again, my name is Billy Jr. Bachansila. I am one of your hosts for today's event.
You are in charge of your success. So, what will you do today to create your future? Again, this is Michelle Bingero, the president of the Lightbringers Club, one of your MCs for today. Thank you for joining us and God bless us all.